Hello, hello. How are you today? So let's jump into the deep. What are the top three challenges of modern motherhood? And this episode is really just about the top three challenges. So about the solution we are going to talk about in the next episodes because I want you to just have this jump start to feel less alone, just to feel the relief, just to feel like, yes, there is nothing wrong with you. This shit is hard. So, when we are talking about the top three challenges, I do believe that these are affecting all of us in modern motherhood. And let's stop just the sugarcoating how beautiful, how amazing, how pink motherhood can be, and really talk about the unspoken truth. Let's talk about all the challenges that we face. And because of these challenges, you might feel like, oh my gosh, I'm not cut out for motherhood. What's wrong with me? It's supposed to be this hard, like, or there is something wrong with me. So let me assure you, there is nothing wrong with you. These challenges are real. And when we are going to get to the end of the episode, hopefully you are going just to understand, like, there's nothing wrong with you. You are going to feel the relief. You are going to feel so much better and just less alone because yeah, this shit is hard and it's ongoing in our lives. So let's jump in. What's the first? The first is really the lack of support. Like the reality is for us modern moms is that so many of us are living abroad or in a different state or simply just far away from relatives and friends. This is so normal. And we don't have that village. We don't have that promised village which would help us to raise the kids. We don't have that village. So when you feel alone, we feel isolated. It's not just in your head. It is the reality of modern motherhood. So we are going to talk about the solution, or I'm just going to share my view on the solution in the next episodes. But just as a reality, like accept that the problem is not you, the problem is really the lack of support. Because we were never meant to do this alone. And we are doing it alone. So when you feel it's a lot, it's really a lot, it's too much, I cannot do this alone, you are so right. Because you were not meant to do this alone. The other thing which I hear several times from my clients is that even if they have friends nearby, they have different age children, or, life is just happening. Everybody's working, everybody has a different rhythm in life. And it's not like we are actually living the same street and we can just pop by and babysit the other children right away or anytime. The other thing which I also hear very often is even if the grandparents are living close by, it doesn't necessarily mean that they are in their roles as grandparents, that how we would expect them to be, how we think like, okay, this is the picture in the dictionary of grandma who is coming by, who is baking the cookies and coming and babysits the kids. It's literally some of us experience that, your parents are still working, they're young, or they just retired and now they have the money and the freedom to just enjoy their lives, to travel. And they are not there for you to actually have that, for you to have that support, and for them to provide that support for you. That yeah, I'm here. Just drop by anytime. Just bring the kids. And I'm not going to go into the details now, whether it's wrong or bad, or is it good or not. Um, let's have it maybe in another episode if you want to dig deeper. It is just a fact. Like, let's see these things as facts that we are living maybe abroad. We are living far away from our relatives and cousins and aunties. And even if we are living closer to to our parents, to the grandparents, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have that support. So that promised village is not there. And the reality of so many moms is that you have to figure it out. And it's not only for the baby phase, it's really when you have just simply kids and they can get sick or can have school holidays. And it's on you to figure it out. So when you think it's hard and it's too much, it is. So that with this first is really what I just wanted to just normalize is we were never meant to do this alone. So if you feel like you're not good enough mom because you feel overwhelmed, because you think it's too much, because you have thoughts around, oh, I how others are juggling it all. It's just so much because of this, because there is this problem which we face, which so many of us face, the lack of support. The number two on the list is really expectations. So one of my favorite topic is expectations. I'm going to talk about expectations so much more in this podcast because I do believe one of the biggest problem is really the expectations because it really makes you question your every move, your decisions. It makes you just always feel insecure. It makes you compare yourself to that ideal good mom image who is obviously not even realistic. It's totally impossible, but there is this good mom who is doing everything right. And the funny thing about expectations is not only one way how to be a good mom, but expectations can be actually conflicting. So it is just crazy. It's like, what? And yeah, like when you think about what kind of expectations like are pushed on mothers, I'm just going to list a few, is just ridiculous. So no wonder that you feel not good enough. It's no wonder that you question yourself, your decisions, and you feel always like you cannot do good enough. You cannot be good enough because the expectations are endless and sometimes even conflicting. Just think about it. The expectation is really that you should work. You should work as you would have children. And then you should just parent as if you just wouldn't have a job. Then don't waste your degree. This is not why you spend those years at university. And then stay at home. Like stay at home with the kid at least 3 years because those first years are the most important in their development. Then, contribute financially. Like just at least have a side hustle or something, but contribute financially. But then also be present, like be present, a stay-at-home mom who is really present with her kids, because those are the most important years of their lives, and it goes by so fast. It's just crazy, right? Then it goes on, like work out, bounce back. But then if somebody is doing that, if somebody is going to the gym and looks nice and back in shape, then she's going to be judged for, oh, how do you do that? How can you be so selfish? And, just like what they are also saying with that is, oh, how you do that? Then do you have a babysitter just for that? So you can just go to the gym, etc., etc. And it really goes on and on and on. Like the expectation is that you should work on your marriage, you should socialize, you should not neglect your friends, but then you should also be with your kids and don't really trust a stranger, meaning like don't trust the babysitter. Um, how can you leave your kids? Save the word and use reusable nappies. Spend enough quality time with your kids, but also have self-care in your life. Like be selfless and serve your family, serve your kids, be there for them, and it's all about them. But at the same time, self-care. Don't forget about your self-care. You need to recharge. Uh, don't ever yell. Don't ever dare to yell because you have anger management issues. Just gentle parent. Basically, stop being a human being. And most of all, obviously, enjoy every second of it. Just enjoy every second of it. You wanted this. You have healthy babies. Just enjoy every second of it. So this list of expectation actually goes on and on and on, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly because you hear it left and right. And when you face these, and as I said, and you heard and you know, most of the time, even they are conflicting. It's just, it is impossible to feel good enough if you are listening constantly to these shoulds, to these expectations. Like the best way to catch that you try to comply with an expectation is when you are shooting yourself. Like, I should enjoy it more. I should spend more time with them. I should be more patient. And I'm not saying that none of those shoulds or none of those improvement possibilities have any meaning, or you should not do that, because we want to be good moms. We want to be just better and better and just grow in our identity in motherhood. And that's beautiful. But it really comes from just complying with all the expectations that really comes as a huge pressure on you, then no, that's not helping you. That doesn't make you a better mom. That's a major stress factor in really modern moms' lives is these expectation, the list of expectation, how you should do things, how you should live your life, how you should parent. And that's a huge challenge because it stresses you out, makes you overwhelmed, makes you frustrated, makes you doubt yourself, question your decisions. And that is a huge challenge that we face. Number one, let's move on. The third biggest challenge in motherhood is really something that very uniquely true for modern motherhood. So, I'm sure that you've already met those comments or you heard those yourself. Is when Auntie Brenda or your mother-in-law or whoever is telling you like, oh, you should be grateful. In my time, we didn't have dishwasher. In my time, it was so much more difficult, as if it would be, a competition or what. But what we are talking about here in the third point is really uniquely now true for modern mothers. And it's just so tiring and so exhausting, which is the information tsunami. So the number three challenge is really the information tsunami. Just think about it that we already face those expectations. It's really coming left and right, and then it is literally punched into our face everywhere, from everywhere in any time. When you really just you are on your phone, you're going to see those TikTok videos and Instagram videos and any media literally. It's literally talking about all the trends, all the things you should do, and I'm not only talking about the influencers, it's really everywhere. Think about it. It's really everywhere, and that is really punched into your face. The trends are punched into your face. So, no wonder that you feel overwhelmed. No wonder that you feel just not good enough when it's constantly just pushed into your face. And sometimes it is very similar to the expectations because the trends that are really coming into your face, those can be also conflicting too. So I'm just giving you one example that happened last week to me. It's not baby related, but it's completely you're going to get the analogy, and also we are going to find something also what is true obviously for babies. So last week, I was just on my phone and there was a video popping up telling me like, oh, you should use sunscreen every single day, because at the age of 30 or 30 something, they said you really have to protect your skin and cancer and blah, blah. Like literally, you just have to use sunscreen every single day. And I'm not kidding. Just the other day, I saw another video and I was just telling, don't use sunscreen, don't use sunscreen because those chemicals are going into your bloodstream right away. And it's really like what was it? It was just those toxins are actually creating the this whatever in the cell. So those toxins are actually, the cause of cancer and how terrible it can be for you. So what I would really want to go with this is it was just about the sunscreen, but it was really coming into my face to do this. And then the other day, I got the video just to do the exact opposite. It's the same with motherhood. Like, go sleep because that is the normal for the babies to really be with their parents, to feel safe at night and sleep with the parent. And then the other day, you're just going to have another video talking about how important it is to sleep, separately, so you have a better sleep and your baby learns how to sleep separately, and sleeping by themselves, etc. I am not saying which is the better way now. I'm not giving you any advice on any of these topics. What I'm saying is that information tsunami that is really punched into our face can be super challenging, and not only challenging, but really overwhelming. And what it makes is really, it makes you just feel so distant from your own wisdom, from your own intuition, because high speed you are seeing these expectation and trends. High speed, you get it all punched into your face. So it's no wonder that you feel insecure. It's no wonder that you're questioning your own ways, or you feel hard to make a decision because of this. So as a summary, I talk about this as the top three challenges in motherhood everywhere and anytime, which are number one, the lack of support, number two, the endless expectations, and number three, this information tsunami, the trends pushed into our face. So there's nothing wrong with you if you feel that motherhood is hard and you just cannot do good enough, you just cannot be good enough, because this is what we are facing every single day. And I know that you are good enough because you are here, you're listening to a podcast which is about how to feel good enough as a mom. And let me assure you, bad moms don't really give a fuck about being good moms or not. So you are a good mom just simply by doing your best among all these challenges we face in modern motherhood. And next time, we are going to go deeper into what are the solutions. And in the next episodes, I'm also going to share my own story, like how I experienced all these three as a new mom. Talk to you soon. Bye.